And while firefighters work to battle fires in parts of the country, Australia is still a very beautiful place. It's a bucket list trip for many.
As tennis fans prepare to watch the Australian Open starting Tuesday, reporter Holly Menino, remember her from our sister station Como TV in Seattle, takes a close look at what makes Australia such a popular destination.
Located in both the southern and eastern hemispheres, Australia is home to many natural wonders, unique wildlife, and some of the best tennis in the world.
The Australian Open obviously is in Melbourne, and it's the sports capital of the world.
This year, the globe's best tennis players will compete for a record $71 million in prize money. From its national parks to its museums, there's a lot to see and do in Melbourne when you're not watching tennis.
It has the Australian Open, which runs in the last 2 weeks in January, following that up with the Grand Prix, and then it also has the Food and Wine Festival, it has horse racing. Melbourne has it all.
For those that want to plan a future trip to Australia, we caught up to John Gunning with Down Under Answers to help make it more affordable. His first suggestion, be smart about when you go. It's cheaper to fly in October, November, or February, March.
If you go in October, November, you're getting the shoulder season, so your flights will be a little bit cheaper, but you're still getting that really good weather before you head into summer.
Your departure airport also makes a difference. You'll find the cheapest flights to Australia out of Los Angeles and San Francisco. International airfare is available about 11 months in advance.
My traditional feel is around about 5 to 6 months works very well in booking a trip in advance.
Realistically, how much will a trip down under cost you? Gunning says for 2 people traveling to Australia for 2 weeks, flying economy, and staying in 4.5-star accommodations in good locations, with transfers and tours included, you should plan $7,500 to $10,000. You can adjust that figure depending on the activities you choose to do or not do. One last bit of advice from Gunning: if you're making the investment, don't rush it.
You need at least 3 nights in each of these destinations before you move on. You don't want to rush Australia. Nobody comes to America and says, I'm going to see it in 2 weeks.
Any trip to Australia will require Australian currency, and right now $1 US equals $1.45 in Australian currency. So about $13.50 US will get you 20 Australian dollars.
And you can watch the Australian Open coverage on our sister network, the Tennis Channel, starting tomorrow. Check your cable and satellite listings for the channel and times.